was a nice little moment. Alright, let's go ahead and make a save. And we will actually get back to Classier, because that is what we were doing before we... well, actually, no, we were investigating the secret passage. So, we're going to go back to that. Then we're going to go and talk to Classier. And it did have a message about the key to the blue door. I've already forgotten where it is. I think it said something about a corner room window. I'm hoping it'll be fairly obvious when you try and find that key. So, let's make a save. Okay, so there is nothing else to do in the room itself. So let's go back upstairs.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
It didn't give me the option to look inside the first time I went in. Look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
I feel like the game is assuming that this is the first time you've been able to access the elevator.
The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88. This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the upstairs workshop.
Look at the elevator controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long, long time ago.
It says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
We already have. This elevator was last maintained in the future. 88, the elevator was maintained a long time ago.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
We already know it works.
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic.
It was mostly pinball machines riding this elevator.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
He taps on the guttering light bulb, it's golden in the dark. Close the doors and go up. It was shining from it. Okay, let's have a look at the shelves. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. And then finally the note on the desk. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. Really? Oh wow.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point, and this used to be a pinball workshop. Oh, no. They gave up on fixing them.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
It used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He taps his foot.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean the Whirling Rags really is part of the Doom commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion.
No, we should tell him, Kim.
He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
New task, the Doomed Hostel?
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this.
That's what I'm thinking. Finish the thought. Okay, that's it. Alright, out we go. Hi, Classier. I know it's been a while since we last spoke, but I'm hoping that being an absolute Chad and capturing a flower from mid-air means that I can try and... ooh, do I give it to her or do I give it to Lillian? This is the wildflower you caught, one of the bouquet of muguets that you found on the whirling roof. It's shedding its petals quickly in your pocket. Do I interact with it? Yeah, let's interact with it. See what it does.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What is this, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Who pinned them? Which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the civil war.
Does this flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early, not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Is it a coincidence it being on the roof?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Very well. Put the flower back in the
The
pocket.
petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Rene, that old man in the uniform. Maybe you should show it to him when you get the chance.
Uh-huh. Ask the petanque player about Maybells. Rene. The guy who's dead. Alright, well, I guess we're not going to do that task. Alright. Hello, Classier.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
It's a nice view you've got here.
It's much nicer now.
Her eyes wander north toward the yard.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
It has. Disco Infernum. Hell, you know not of which you speak. There are vortices of dark energy present, but not to hell, to another place. A third place much, much different from our world. No, I just trashed the place. She seems artistic, so let's go with Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
Oh, is Sylvie the cleaner?
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Yeah, because I filled him in on what I said to Classier.
Have I ever? This is the fabled cop of the apocalypse.
Oh yeah.
His arrival is a sign of the end times. All this will come crashing down in mere days.
I'm disappointed it's dragging out like this. What a farce. With contempt written all over your face, fucking end already. New information has come to light. It is a matter of weeks now. A great reckoning of the classes. Revachol explodes in vigilante violence. It's foretold. Know that I am no longer the cop of the apocalypse. The prophecy was wrong. The signs meant nothing. The hangover has passed. I don't necessarily think the hangover has passed. Yes, new information has come to light.
Wow. Can it be stopped? And if not, what are we to do with the time left?
I mean, just enjoy ourselves.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Hello, Deadly Derp. What's up? I love Disco Elysium. Thanks for joining. How are you today? I must admit, I am enjoying my time with it as well. And I think what I've done is I've managed to play in such a way that I am able to kind of customize which checks I want to pass. So I've had a couple of red checks. So kicking down the door, catching the flowers, doing the pinball machine. I had quite a lot of skill points left over, which was going to be put towards suggestion. But, you know, when red checks come up, if I can improve the chances of passing them, then I'm going to do it. Good, you? Yep, I'm all good. Like I said, enjoying my time with Disco Elysium. And we're on day 5, and this is the first time I've actually been able to talk to Classier properly.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Yeah, we need to ease into the conversation.
No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
I'll go straight to it. I don't want to sound like a namby-pamby. Thanks, coach, but I think I'll dilly-dally this time. Yeah, let's dilly-dally.
You sound like a namby-pamby.
Yeah, thanks. What's your name, miss, for the record? Nice room you've got here. They tell you you've been through something difficult. What's this wildflower? Show the flower. I notice your room is close to mine. I have a personal question. Let's return to this later, miss. Let's ignore the personal question for now. What's your name, miss, for the record?
Clasier Amondou.
Yeah, so that's the same thing that Titus told us. So, Deadly Derps, played this 2 times now. I'm going for 100% achievement, so 1 more playthrough needed. Oh, so you do need to do multiple playthroughs to get a platinum for it. Okay, that's interesting. I imagine that this game probably has multiple endings. So, well, it does have multiple endings, but I mean, like, there's like a choice and a point of no return of, if you choose this choice, it will do one ending. If you choose another, it'll do another ending. But I'm guessing as well that you just get locked out of certain things. Like, for example, the armor set. I can't get the boots because I sent the body back with the boots on. So that kind of stuff, you probably need to do a second playthrough. You need way more than 3 playthroughs, technically. I guess you can also do like a cloud save thing. Save before the point of no return and then do all of it. Yeah, you can speedrun achievements in like 20 minutes. That makes sense because obviously when you know who to talk to and where to go, you can just go anywhere and everywhere. So, she's Classier Amandou.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Are you from Oranje? How old are you? What do you do, miss? What's your specialization? We take a look at your passport, please. Thank you, that's it for the record. Are you from Oranje?
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
So this is the other person we talk to for the tattoos, okay. What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola, north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol, the coalition. People consider it a reasonable superpower.
Reasonable?
They will make you into a fiscal colony, divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares, but they won't threaten to wipe you out anytime, like Revachol did in its prime.
Fair enough. A bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass, duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
A bad memory of lilacs and lightning. That's a cool.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
What do you do, miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
I mean, it's literally given in her title, Miss Oranje Disco Dancer. But what's that?
Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
Okay, I guess that is technically her specialization, but I guess I was actually asking from what is your occupation? What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
Revacholian literature too?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
She seems glad that you asked. So now we're going to get into another, again, conceptualization discussion. I have no intention of doing that. I do feel the urge to save the world, yes, I guess that's why I'm on this case. The world is unimportant, I want to hear about you. Ooh. I mean, this... I'm kind of tending towards the world is unimportant. I want to hear about Classier, but she seems to like the idea of talking about things greater than yourself. So, yeah, I guess that's why I'm on this case.
That's the natural state of the Revacholian hero.
She breathes in the menthol-flavored fumes, savoring it, then breathes out. RNE's lit. What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important. Show her some money.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Rani's lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
He smiles. And now we have actual occupations.
Miss Aranye, now there is something you should linger on.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be inappropriate to linger? Well, because this is a conversation with electrochemistry, I think I'm going to do this anyway.
All things considered, very. Now linger.
Oh. What is Miss Oranje 37?
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our century 37, in Oranje.
She was 14 at the time.
Oh, right. So, yeah, she told us her age is 28, so 37. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. What's a beauty pageant?
It's a competition for stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most beautiful.
What is beauty?
When you have the fewest deviations from the norm. I've been told it's a type of mediocrity that I possess.
So you're the most beautiful, so you were stupid and mediocre. Hang on. She didn't say stupid. Well, I guess she said, did she say it's for stupid girls? Well, that's not necessarily her fault, because she was 14 at the time. You were the most beautiful?
Yes. And for that, I got a crown and a sash, and a scepter, and a scholarship to study Orani's lit.
You were 14?
Indeed.
Cool. Raise your thumb. Lower your thumb. I disapprove of this custom. I don't think I've ever been 14. Yeah, a 14-year-old in a beauty pageant is not a good thing. I disapprove.
It was okay. And it was called Miss Teen, Oranje 37, actually. You'll be glad to hear the pageant was discontinued.
Good.
The march of ethical progress continues.
Could we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
You don't have it?
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Hang on. Undisclosed location. Is that the bunker at the very top, at the very north side of the coast?
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
I think that might be it. I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss. I do, because this is not Joyce on the boat, and technically that had different jurisdiction. How do I know you've told us your real name? Okay then. I have the legal right.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents.
Well, I'm not going to rob you of them.
I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
There are plenty of other reasons for hiding your documents from the law.
Yeah, that's not why you hid it, though.
It's also why I hid it.
Why, yes.
He's suddenly very attentive.
I'm an unpopular girl. There are people back home who don't like me. If they show up, I'm in a hurry. The kind of hurry where you can't afford to not find your documents. But don't worry, this has nothing to do with your investigation.
What kind of people are these, the ones that don't like you?
I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Unless I'm some kind of suspect.
He arches an eyebrow. Not a suspect, but you are related to the case.
Didn't she say you would have to interrogate her before? And that she didn't do it? What was up with that?
Earlier you said I would have to interrogate you. Suspects are interrogated. Not yet. No, I've just come to talk. You might be. Let's reference the conversation, because Kim's got no context for this.
Well, well. It seems I either underestimated you or overestimated your hangover, officer.
Why not both?
If I didn't know better, I'd say you feigned that fuck having lied to get me to say something stupid. Was that so?
No, no.
The lieutenant gives you a little look.
What kind of look? Tell me, game.
It's good we discussed your history with her, he thinks. I can play along.
Yeah, so we're gonna try and play it off. Totally, totally. Turns out it did suck for you. No, that was sincere. The thing is, at the time, it wasn't actually that sincere because I was doing it on the basis of it's a red check and I'm not going to be able to do it again. So I want to see what failure looks like because, again, that was right at the start of the game. And it's like, oh, yes, you should try failing at certain checks, not just trying to succeed at them. So it wasn't actually sincere because if there was a way to avoid it, which there was, I would probably have done that rather than actually committing to it. So, yeah, totally.
Cool. You told us about the investigation Friday night. Downstairs, at a table full of local kids and dock workers. You told pretty much everyone. After you showed them your gun, that is.
Which I still don't have.
Anyway, I thought it would be funny to say I didn't do it, because I knew about your investigation. Does that make me a suspect? I really must stop saying stupid things.
Yes, I would heavily recommend do not say stupid things to police, detectives, and basically any figure of authority. Just don't do it. No, we've just come to talk.
Phew.
He wipes a brow. How do I know you told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Okay then.
Okie dokie.
She pours herself more coffee.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Thank you, that's it for the record.
The record. So official.
Nice room you've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here in the Whirling Rags? You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there. That door there, did you know it leads to the downstairs elevator? A window's new, I have other questions. What are you doing in the Whirling Rags?
I'm wintering.
Oh yeah, yes. Wintering. I'm going to summer in Revachol.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
I want to ask all of these, but why in the Whirling?
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
True.
I'm wintering.
Alright, let's
How
go
long?
through the others.
Here
Why
in the
here
Whirling.
in Martinez?
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
You came to the right place. You're too young to call yourself a disco has-been. No, this is Sassy Town where the future of dance lies, and understood. I think she's too young to be called a disco has-been at 28.
I'm really not.
Okay. What are you doing?
How long?
About 4.
Why
Here.
here?
I'm
How long?
Yeah.
about 4.
Yeah.
Here in the Whirling.
Revachol.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here, and she isn't really hiding it either.
Okay, last one.
About
Da,
here in the Whirling.
Insulin
here
in
in
Isola.
Came to see the new world. It's a tourist thing.
Okay, kind of
This is
same
by far not the only reason she's here. She isn't overtly hiding it either.
What happened to the old New World?
It turned out to be a Zarath-infested third world slum.
I don't know what Zarath is, or at least I don't remember.
Called Ilmara, and it didn't. Even after the Mesk colonized it 7 ways from Sunday, it's an industrial powerhouse.
Right, and then
Mm.
last one,
About
it's going
4
to be...
months. Here in the Whirling.
What happened to
This is
the
by
old
far-
world?
Conference centers. A lot of them.
I see. You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
She says without any discernible irony. Narcomania is nothing to be proud of, miss. It was quite impressive. How did you amass such a hoard? No further questions. It was quite impressive. How did you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the anti-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
The collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist. You seem to have, among other things, Preptide. That's all as far as that goes. I don't think Kim actually knows Preptide was there, because I didn't point it out to him, and I've just taken it. Anyway, it's got Nacra too.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
His tone isn't aggressive, just inquisitive.
Better safe than sorry.
He takes a drag and smiles. You seem to have Preptide too.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Like what?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a mirrored speed molecule, basically.
Cool, I took some for personal use. Show her the Preptide. Well, not only do I not want to say, yes, I stole your Preptide, but I don't want to point that out to Kim either. That's all as far as that goes then.
Very funky.
She takes a drag, looking you straight in the eye. That door there, did you know it leads to a downstairs elevator?
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
Well, yeah, because it was barred from the other side.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
There's a peephole on the other side looking into your bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Correct.
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
The lieutenant points to a window. The unmade bed is visible through the glass.
Okay.
There's a pause as she processes this information.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
It could just be a coincidence, it could be connected, we don't know at this point. It could be connected because I can't think of a reason why there'd be a peephole there otherwise.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
No.
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it is recent, who do you think made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know. I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
There were tracks on the floor, they're recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
She's straight as a stick, suddenly. She feels like quarry, encircled. Her eyes dart to the door.
It's an old pinball workshop. The room back there used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
That's all for now.
Mm-hmm.
That window's new.
It is.
She moves slightly to your left to check her reflection in it.
An evasive maneuver. Ask a follow-up.
When was it changed? During your stay?
Yeah. I'm trying not to lie to you here. Stop making it hard.
Then tell the truth, then lie to me. Okay, then I'll cut you some slack. No, just tell the truth.
The truth is, I'm a horrible girl. Windows break around me. It's not their fault.
You hear the scribbling of the lieutenant's pen.
Right, I've got other questions.
Okay.
She takes a pensive drag of her cigarette.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Let's do the flower one first. What is this wildflower? Show her the flower.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Well, the roof connects to your room.
Or an admirer?
Any admirers, miss?
Admirers? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no fashionable society.
Question avoided. Let's conclude that she has admirers. Plenty of them.
I need to talk to your room again?
Yeah?
No, okay, no.
Alright.